Chitty chit 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 chat. How is you motherfuckers doing? I'm doing what Daddy's doing, bro. As he always is, you know. There's no complaints. Not on my side. Not on my end. How you motherfuckers been? I've been well. Yeah, man. Y'all been watching wrestling? I ain't been watching it, but I think I'm about to start. You know, I ain't never watched wrestling on my own without my pops. You know, that's something that I did when I was young. I watched them, but I might because Jade Cargill, she's the champion. And everybody's talking shit about Jade Cargill being the champion and how they don't like her and stuff. I don't like that shit. That shit is lame, you know. Fuck she did. You talking about, oh, she ain't had no title defenses. She ain't defending that title. Fuck you. Shit. You talking shit about her not defending no damn title. What she need to do is just whip everybody's ass. Just every time somebody say something, you know, put her mic down, like they always trying to act like, oh, everybody gotta have a good mouthpiece on the microphone as a wrestler. No, shit. All she gotta do is drop the mic and whoop their ass, probably get a little ratchet, you know. Don't gotta have them super duper glamours on them motherfucking outfits and shit. Just be cool, be chill. Yo, going on with ya? Man, let me tell you something. I was, all she need to do is keep doing what the hell she do as champion. I think she's injured though, and that's why she ain't really doing too much. And they don't wanna, you know, you can't strip her of the title. What you gonna do? You gonna give her some time? That's real. I seen goddamn NBA Youngboy, his old coon ass, he was on the interview talking about, what are you saying? How they asked him, what does Make America Slime Again mean? You know, this punk motherfucker gonna say, it means follow whatever Trump said. This old bitch ass NBA Youngboy gonna say, Make America Slime Again. Follow whatever Trump said. And that shit is insane. What the fuck? And then this MASA, like NASA. What the fuck? He had grown men painting their nails green and black and shit. And going out there and spending top dollar to go see him. Man, that shit is insane to me. You know, grown, 30 damn near 40 years old. Crying out there, you know, that they got to see him. And when a white girl was out there just vibing to the music, they brought her ass up there, you know, gave her a whole expenses paid, you know, on some fuck shit. But I see what it is. He's trying to make that money. He's appealing to, you know, the biggest demographic that America has. As the white American racist. And that is, you know, that's just what he does. That's what they have to do in order to go forward, sell a record. I never liked him. I feel like he was destructive for the community because we know that in '94, the industrial prison complex, the private prison, they bought into hip hop music and pushed a whole lot of bullshit, you know, pushed the bad music and told you can't sign artists who speak that righteous shit, you know, drop Rakim, drop KRS-One, you know, drop the guys talking that shit and pick up the people talking bullshit, you know. NBA Youngboy is this generation's champion for bullshit. Like, he's the heavyweight champion of bullshit right now. For him to go up there and say, oh, Make America Slime Again, massa means, you know, do whatever the fuck Trump say to do. That's wild. That's wild. You know, but if he's doing whatever Trump say to do, and Trump tell him to make record about killing niggas, make record about killing niggas, make record about killing niggas, then he's doing his job as, you know, the house nigga. He's in the house. He get to eat off the nice plate, you know. And that's just, we should cancel him. What's taking us so long? I've been canceling him. I ain't never listened to that man, but that's real. But yeah, the private prisons, they feed hip hop is feeding the prisoners that they don't have to pay for food, you know. They get 3 square meals a day, 3 of them, that they don't have to pay for. Your kids have to be to school. Your kids have to go to school. We only need 1 meal, 1.5, because you get breakfast at home. You can't give me that. You can't get the baby 1 meal for free. You want to charge them all up into $4 and, you know, give the prisoners 3 meals. 3 meals, and they get a whole little store on the inside of there where you can take the money that their family send them and a little $2, $3 honey buns that you trying to sell in that motherfucker that somebody had to get their ass up for. That's that's dystopian right there, you know. That's dystopian. And wonder why the kids are so fucking crazy, because they're hungry, you know. That's real. They don't get a meal, 3 of them, until they go to jail. Like, shit is expensive out here, you know. And you mean to tell me I can get 3 of these expensive ass meals, and all I gotta do is say fuck Israel? That's probably the most, the smallest thing you can go to jail for, you know. That's probably the smallest thing. Like, there's a guy, a white dude, went to jail the other day. Well, they say he went to jail for saying the N-word. That's not what it was. But, you know, he's causing a disruption. And if you do that and they try to talk to you and they try to detain you, you're going to get a little more agitated. Then resistance come there and impeding investigation. And you're not saying your name. So now, you know, shit just stack up on your ass, you know. And that's what happened to his motherfucking ass. But he definitely said the N-word. But it's like little shit. Like, he ain't touching nobody or nothing like that, you know. But because he was causing disruption, ass gotta go, you gotta go, you know. Why don't you just listen and comply? Nothing would happen. Nothing would happen to his bitch ass if you'd have listened and complied, you know. Don't be a jerk. I always say, be nice, meet Christ. That's my motto. Be nice, meet Christ. You know. But it's crazy how the kids gotta pay for food and the prisoners get 3 free meals and honey buns and shit, noodle spreads, you know. This shit is just crazy, you know. They're so taken care of, but that's because it's $40,000 a day to have a prisoner. One prisoner in there is $40,000. That's what the prison receives. That's what the state receives. That's how much they receive for having him in this private prison, doing the little stupid jobs that they have there. Like, you end up making money for them. Like, I forgot who it was. Somebody was like, yeah, we was making pennies for Victoria's Secret, listening to like Disney Channel music and shit. Like, they was in there trying to fantasize them, man. Had them messing with, you know, panties and shit. Next thing you know, you slipping them in your pocket. You know what I'm saying? For what? Where you going with them? They don't smell like nothing, you know? It's just crazy. You get in trouble for stealing drugs and stuff. They have you making license plates, have you building America from behind the damn wall. And I tell you why. It's because you are a free man until you are in prison. But once you're in prison, you're a slave. That is what the 13th Amendment says. Anybody, black, white, Chinese, Hispanic, motherfucker, you do wrong, you go to the big house, you are now a slave. That's why my whole life I was trying to avoid that motherfucker, you know, because I just can't be, I don't want to be institutionalized, you know. As you grow older as a black man, you quickly realize, shit, man, you could just be chilling. You could just be chilling. And, you know, if they want you, they're going to get you. You know, if they wanted you, if you meet that description, if you're at least 5'8", black male, medium build, that's the, what you call it? That's the, I don't know, where the ops at. Basically, that's where the ops at. You know, 5'8", Medium build, black male, dark clothing. I always have on dark clothing. I've never not had on dark clothing. 5'8" medium build. It's fucked up. And we all fit the goddamn description, don't we? Medium is in the middle of fat and skinny. like, that's crazy. Fat is so fat and skinny could be so skinny. So in between that is a wide range, you know. It's picking up anybody, stopping and frisking and shit. But you know, that's neither here nor there. It's just fucked up that the kids gotta pay for that meal. And the private prisons will provide 3 meals because they get all that money. Bob Barker at a Hilford Killer. It's Bob Barker's name's on the fucking soap, on the pants, on the shirt. Isn't he dead? I don't understand. Was he from The Price is Right? Price is Right on you, nigga. That shit make no fucking sense to me. You know. But hey, that's what it is out here. They said an ice storm is coming out this motherfucker. I don't believe them. It's like 60 degrees outside right now. They always trying to have people get in a mass panic when the money get low to go buying stupid shit. Now you got a household of shit that's gonna last for a long time though. But you know, it shows the humanity of motherfuckers where certain motherfuckers in a certain tax bracket gonna send their kids out. They're gonna go out themselves. They're gonna send a nanny. Everybody hold resources. Bring that shit right here. Ice storm's coming. They still got stuff from the last storm. The shit from the last storm. Just put that on top of that, you know. Millions of rolls of toilet paper, toothbrushes and shit. Like shit wasn't just a couple percent off, couple cent off. And motherfuckers is trying to make money out here. And that's how you know shit is kind of bad, you know. I heard some alright, I think it was AI. Say that first and foremost. But it's a guy who was in the military. Well, he's in the military now. And he tells stories of being violated by Trump. Trump being a monster and all kind of stuff like that. I ain't getting into all of the particulars because that's some sick stuff that apparently, pause that for a second. Since James Gosnell Jr. went down for sending 400 individual messages to people that contain, you know, child productions, it's been every day, like 4 or 5 different people in the state of South Carolina. Every day it's been like 4 or 5 different white dudes who are being put in jail. Edgar Allan Poe mustache. Like, yo, that's crazy. Like, that's crazy. Like, every day. Like 4 or 5 of them. I mean, yo, I'm not over exaggerating. It's every single day. Like 4 or 5 cats. Teachers, like professional people. You know, professionals. Motherfuckers in profession. Like state troopers and stuff. Like, it's insane. And they keep getting caught. And they keep getting brought out. Because it's not about being caught. The veil has been lifted. You cannot do what you've been doing all of this time. That's white supremacy. It's going. That's what that is, you know. You cannot lay with children and animals and record it and turn a profit. It's $1 billion business and no one knows about. Because trafficking is attached to it, you know. And that's just unfortunate that this is what we have to deal with. And now it makes sense why you won't give the kids a free lunch, you know. That's fucking crazy, you know. And it's not even about giving it to them. It's already made. Like, it's already there. The big ass truck already dropped it off. There's no way you could look a little boy in his face and say, you can't have, you know, a little girl in her face, you can't eat. Not today. Because you either, we've been looking out for you, or that's just crazy. How one signature, you know, could be the differential between whether this motherfucker gets to eat or starve. And then all of this outrageous things are happening to them. Like, they were talking about the mattresses, right? The mattress stores and how they're a front for something bigger. You know what I'm saying? They're a fucking like a laundromat company. You know what I'm saying? Like to wash the money, follow the money. But anytime they find kids in a bunker or some shit, kids being trafficked, there's always mad mattresses, like hundreds of mattresses. Yo, how are you? You know, how are y'all not seeing this? How would people not report this as being something that's crazy? Because that's not really, think about it. Who could go to a store and come out like a missionary or something, you know, with mad mattresses and shit? But that brings me back to what I was saying about Trump. That's how I put the pause there. So I can go to the mattresses, come back to Trump, right? They said there's a little girl, didn't want to do anything. This is the guy from the army. Said this little girl didn't want to do something. Boom, put one in her head. They mad because he messed up the mattress. Not, oh, you did this to the little girl. No, they messed up the mattress. We got to put one in here, you know. We on this island. We don't want to have to go all the way to America. Have to get more mattresses. You know, pretty sure it gets pretty, you know what I'm saying? So he tried to mess with the boy now. He put like a pool, not a pool cue. He put a condom on like something wood, right? Puts it in our president, kicks that shit, boom. So for the rest of his life, his cavity, his systems and all of that, he's a constant flow of bile and dookie. That's what they were saying. So now I seen a video where he was on the news, right? He was sitting on the towel. Everybody else in the news was sitting on the towel. There's a white couch, and it was showing them from the shin up, from the shin to their head, you know, from the shin to the ceiling. He talking. They probably been there for like 10 minutes. You can see a brown substance starting to leak. That's why it had to be AI, you know what I'm saying? But that's just so crazy. And then that will make sense, as in the mattresses, they're having to keep getting them. So I don't know. It's crazy that's a thing. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy that's a thing. It's crazy. I guess so much happening in the world right now, and you know it's happening right in front of our faces, happening right under our noses, you know. But yeah, we ain't gonna have no ice storm. It's not gonna be as bad as they always say it is. This happens every year. But they saying that measles is getting crazy. I think that's fake. Well, no, it's fake or it's coming from the Amazon packages. They're saying that tuberculosis is in the Amazon packages. If they wanted to get America, they're gonna get us through the shit that we buy, you know. They're gonna get us through our money. They're gonna make stuff look good to us, you know, put AI on the internet to make you try certain foods that if you put them together, it'll cause a chemical reaction in your belly. You don't even know. They could get us in so many fucking ways because, you know, things is different, you know. It's very easy to influence a whole group of motherfuckers to do something stupid, you know. It feels like everybody wants to be a part of something. Like motherfuckers don't like something until everybody else like it too. Like it have to be a general consensus, especially where you from, you know. Like it's biblical, you know. Like you ain't shit where you from, you know what I'm saying? I see it's a little different because everybody's related down south, so it's a little different, you know. You can't hate on your fucking family. It makes no sense. But like, you not loved where you from is what they say in the Bible, you know. They gotta see motherfuckers everywhere else behind you first before they say you made it, kid, you did it, and give you a hug. That's just what that's what it says. As you can see, delirium, sedentary, Very, very, very early. But still we rise, motherfucker. Still we go, you know. Still we get it in. Unc out there with the tenderism, he came back. I'm trying to tell you, they got big things in store. I won't believe that they just took that man's idea. There's new developments in the case now. I heard that Unc damn, it was just a coffee shop. Uncle's like, man, we can sell some barbecue out this motherfucker, man. And he told him to go get a grill. And he made the first 10 slabs of ribs. And they sold out within a couple seconds. And whatever they have right now is from them first 10 slabs of ribs. I didn't know it was all that now. Hey, I didn't know it was all that. So when I said the boy Pat Boone, man. Like he robbed him of his idea and then tried to send him somewhere. No. The only logical explanation would be that they open in a down south location. And that man's about to run that business. You already seen he could drive the traffic. He can drive the traffic and pull anybody in the world just to see, like, if he pop, like, I could see what they doing. If he pop up again at this place and be like, this one, man, everybody about to pull up. Everybody about to show up. I'm gonna show up. It's gonna be down south somewhere. They gonna have some big black ladies in that motherfucker chefing that shit up. Here you go, baby. You're gonna be tipping your motherfucking ass off, drinking liquor and shit. And this old ass just gonna be back there making meat fall off the bone before you eat it in front of your face if you spend a couple of dollars. And listen, he'll come be in your video, whatever. Super rare, Salt Bay. That's who the fuck Unc is. You know what I'm saying? That's exactly who the fuck he is. He's gonna have his own spot. And it's gonna do crazy numbers. Cause he ain't gonna overcharge nobody. He's a good man. He's not gonna, like, you could look at him and you could tell he ain't on no fuck shit, you know? And that's why he don't have equity inside that company as in a piece of that motherfucker. He ain't never brought no paperwork to that white man and was like, yeah, this is what the fuck we got going on here, you know? This my idea, these my ribs, I'm cooking them. This is how my food tastes. Cause the bitch empty now, I seen it. Anytime somebody posts a video of that motherfucker, ain't no line no more. You know, at first it was hard to get in there. Then they gotta make a reservation for a barbecue restaurant. That said something. You know, motherfuckers in line, just chilling. Now you can walk right up to the goddamn countertop. COVID is the thing that killed the business in the first place. And a motherfucker look like COVID 6 feet. I'm trying to tell you, they gotta open up a location somewhere else. 23 minutes in this motherfucker. Look like they renovating the gym out here. That'll be cool. Just don't don't touch the spaces in which I do what I do. You know, that's it. You can do whatever you want around that. But once you start fucking with me, then you know, that's it. That's it. Like, see, right now, I can't get to the ab roller, the ab wheel, unless I break the unwritten law of the damn tape that they got down there. But how the fuck I'm just not gonna roll out my abs? You know, I'm trying to be a sexy flexy motherfucker. Which means I gotta use the ab roller. You know, I ain't touched this bitch not once. Not once. I'm getting that money manifestation. Hey, you see me? Yeah, you see me? Getting it in. Getting it in. Yeah. What, madam? Said on top of that motherfucker has the roof. All that is surveyable. You understand me, Chan? That's just what the fuck it is. That's what the fuck we do. Yes, sir, Bob. Yes, sir. See, we getting it in. 24 minutes in. Which means, what's 25? What's that? 35 minutes left? 45 minutes? 40 minutes? I don't know. Shit, we in there somewhere. In it in. Once it gets to 60.00, that's when we can go. And then we'll do legs, do obliques, do abdominals, And I might hit the treadmill afterwards for a couple minutes, just because I like the way the treadmill. Like if I was to do 25 minutes on the treadmill, that's damn near 8,000 calories burned. You could be on the treadmill for a minute, and it'd be damn near 200 calories if you're going fast enough. That's real. Like, that shit is crazy. I like the treadmill. Yeah, but here we go. And this motherfucker. 5 minutes stairway to heaven here. Here we go. 5 minutes stairway. Yeah. Here we go. Up in the room of ecstasy. Taking a load of this whole world off our shoulders. The door is wide open for you. Doors open for me. Here we go. Still in a moment of prayer. You and I, we're gonna have the pirate's treasure. Oh, baby. Where we going? I'm in the stairway here. I'm in the stairway here. What y'all know about that shit? That's when your granny and your granddaddy was back together. I swear it was. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Dun, 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 oh, baby. It's the best song to ever refer to heaven and the stairway. Unless you can find something that Kurt Franklin made. Hey, I don't care what nobody say. Kurt Franklin, he the GOAT, man. Kurt Franklin is the GOAT of gospel music. But when they see him out, I don't know if he married or whatever, but when they see him out, they see him with 4-5 bitches. He's a man of the cloth. He ain't no pastor though. He ain't no pastor though. He ain't no deacon though, you know. He'll make them cute little songs or whatever, but he gonna have about 4-5 bitches, you know. Kurt Franklin, anytime they see him out, he got a slew of them with him, putting his hands on them, you know, putting the oil in his hand, touching their head, shit. And Kurt Franklin, he know what he got going on. He know what he doing. All in the name of the Lord. Praise him. You know what I don't like? It brings me to think about the way that people are trying to tarnish Christianity. You know, Jesus, God, the Lord our Savior. I hate that shit. But I see it's people trying to get away from Christianity because white Christians have become a dog whistle for like racist white people. And I see that's what motherfuckers don't want to be a part of. That don't mean go to Satan. That do not mean go to Satan. Just because they are bad and just so happen to be Christian as well. You know, oh, how could you and your oppressor serve the same master? How about you suck my dick? Shit. My God is black, bitch. What are you talking about? For the wages of sin is death. Death. Creation of sin is death. The gift of God is eternal life. Soul, baby. Soul. You understand? The gift of God is eternal life through our Lord Jesus Christ. Understand. Do not denounce that man. Do not denounce your faith. Do not denounce God. Just because some people, some motherfuckers is, racist and they love God too. It just doesn't make any sense to say, oh, fuck God. God's not racist. He has a plan. Come by, y'all. Swing down low. No. He sat there in that chariot and he watched. 7/11 AD. 7/11 AD. What happened? Hajj Malik went down there to Spain. Killed every man he became. And took it over. And he reigned. He reigned there. Until Mr. Columbus came down there and, his bullshit. Took some niggas down there on his ship. And they seen, oh, it's people just like me. What the fuck? They gonna stay here with them. While they loving each other, thinking that they are friends. Shit, that's just only when the game began. The motherfuckers go from town to town with the Gatlin, killing us again and again. What y'all know about the Gatlin? That's the only way they can get your ass on a boat like that. That's scary. You know what the Gatlin is? You got to go. They had that motherfucker in Asian dynasties. I think they made it. They made it a long time ago though, Godzilla, how the fuck you gonna beat that? Like that's always been like a thing, to where that motherfucker was just laying in wait in the ground. You know what I'm saying? Godzilla was just waiting underwater, and it is. That is not a lie. South America is one wing, Antarctica is the other wing. You can look at it on the map. You can zoom in right in between South America and Antarctica. It's a head there, and it's the Rockefeller Cove on the nose, and it come out through a piece on the back. And it's Rockefeller Cove. It's a cove. It connects. You come in through one side, come out the other side. Rockefeller name on it. What's going on? I'm trying to tell you, man. Godzilla's real. They came up with the Gatling gun. 1,000 years of Asian history disappeared. But that Gatling gun remains. Because they came. Took that motherfucker to Africa. That's real. It's the only way you can get your ass on that boat that many times. If motherfuckers got on the boat in the first place. If there even was a boat. Of course there's Africans, because of Pangea. Everything was Africa, Now one part of it wasn't Africa. It's millions and millions and millions of years of, African assets, But that's all it is. That's where everybody comes from. There's some kind of African in everybody's genealogy, in the DNA. You know what I'm saying? And it's not a game. It's not. We've been everywhere, There's niggas in Asia, Australia, Africa. Speaking of Africans and Europeans, did you know that in Europe, motherfuckers is deporting, deporting Africans in Europe. They're deporting them. And they saying that the black Europeans, black English motherfuckers is not helping the Africans in Europe. You know what I'm saying? But is that they're afraid because they're African too. But my thing is, how dare you? The only reason why you can even come to the Olympics is because them fucking Africans is there. So what do you mean? What are you saying? Get the fuck up out of here, man. How dare you try to come for the motherfucking Africans and their livelihood and stuff. And we supposed to just treat everybody nice over here. It just doesn't make any sense. The world is becoming too ridiculous right now. The world is becoming too crazy right now. It's insane. And there's too much insanity happening and not enough is being fixed. There's no correction. Shit just keep on happening, Nothing good though. Nothing that's gonna fix things. Nothing that's gonna change things for the better. It's just a whole bunch of bullshit, The rich keep on getting richer, and other motherfuckers just keep on dying. And I don't know. I'm getting a little sick of it. Aren't you? Are you not sick of this shit? Are you not sick of how this country is? How this country operates? How these people operate? Are you not sick of this shit? Does this shit not piss you off? Does it not make you want to change things? But what needs to change? What is broken? What is malfunctioning? You know, what's the cancer? What needs the antidote? You know what I'm saying? And what is the antidote? You know, what is the change? What needs to be fixed? It's the infrastructure. It's the foundation. From the bottom to the damn top, it's not good. Something needs to be fixed. It's just sickening that it hasn't been fixed yet, you know? Or it hasn't even, like, I don't know. Things are just so fucking weird. And I don't see how they can get better without, like, you know, annexing shit, really. Like, without taking things. Like, an example has to be set. It really feels that way. Because an example has been set. And that's what we live through. It hasn't been corrected. It hasn't been fixed. The military, like, it's insane. The military are being used against the citizens. Once again, it's crazy. Private police regimes that you gotta pay for. Taxes is gonna get a little more expensive. It's gonna keep on getting a little more expensive. It's gonna keep on going up. Because these fucking private regimes and shit not doing a damn thing for keeping kids out of school, you know? And not even going to the place where they would need to. Like, they're not stopping trafficking and shit. They're messing with families. Like, real shit. Like, there's narcos, there's cartel, there's traffickers. Yes, you are not trying to stop them. You are not going towards them. You are not trying to beat them. You are letting them do what they do because you're a part of them. You give them the green light to do what they do. You got money in that game. You got money in that racket. How the fuck do they get to do what they do unless you allow them to do it? How they got routes in and out of your motherfucking country? Because you gave it to them. You get a kickback. There's billions of dollars being made. A lot of South American countries, their currency is the US dollar. A lot of them. Why you think so? Why you think that? Because they in bed with America. They in bed with them. What's the Colombian dollar? Do they trade in pesos? I don't know. Nicaragua, Ecuador. Look at the narcos countries and tell me what is the currency that they trade in. And that'll let you know why they trade in that currency. Because they have skin in the game, baby. They're a part of it. They're a part of the trafficking. They need somebody to put on camera. What the fuck? They're a part of that shit. Are they not? Are they not? That's why they don't go to certain places. They not down there with the cholos and shit. With the Latin Kings and shit. I ain't seen them fuck with no Latin King. Yeah, man, none of them. There's motherfuckers that Hispanics probably wouldn't mind that you went to go mess with. You know? You ain't going to go get them. Who you going to go get? Who you going to go get? The nice ones. The ones at home. The ones with homes. You know? The ones who's not like selling drugs and shit. You had jobs. Trying to take them off the goddamn job site. You know? Faking like you need a job done. Going to Home Depot and stuff. Taking it right off the street. Taking their ass to Alligator Alcatraz. All that and ice and all of that. You look in the ice facilities. They using these goddamn aluminum blankets. And then you see Amazon warehouses with the tuberculosis and the motherfucking measles and stuff that we got going on right now. They have stacks and stacks and stacks and stacks of plastic coffins. Why? What is that for? What's that for? Who you want to put in there? Why is it so, like, predetermined? Why is it so, I don't know. Things are just so fucking weird, you know? That's not the first time they had all them coffins and shit. A year or two before COVID, they had the black ones, like the styrofoam coffins. Like, what the fuck are you gonna do with all of that? It's for the COVID people. And now we got the measles and the tuberculosis. Let me tell you, that coming from Amazon products. That shit's gonna be coming through the mail. And it's gonna be on everything. It's gonna be a totality. And there's gonna be nothing we can do about it, you know? Because they'll hire the enemy. They'll hire the enemy at $8, just to hire the enemy at $8. You don't know he's the enemy. Somebody needs something. They'll do it for whatever the fuck. You know, take a little ass amount of pay, you can get 2 of them. Whole time they plotting to take as many people down as they can in this area, because that's just what they have to do, you know? That's just what they want to do. And it's just so fucking crazy that, you know, the world is just fucking crazy. 21 minutes. 21 minutes into this motherfucker. And we're still rolling. We're still going, you know? And we're gonna keep on going. And we're gonna keep on rolling. Because that's all you can do, you know? They're trying to stop you. They're trying to hold you down. They're trying to hold you back. They don't want you to be the best you. They don't want me to be the best me. They only want us to be what they want us to be, you know? And it's been predetermined. There's a lot of conversation and stuff being had that's not of your own. Our minds are not our own a lot of times anymore. They're telling us how to think. And they wrote the book. They know how to tell people how to think. There's motherfuckers who hate black people for absolutely no reason. For absolutely no reason. And that's getting very old. It's getting very lame, because it's on a scale. It's on a scheme. Like, they say black people, they're like, oh, black people can be racist. Black people are the most racist. I think that's prejudice. That's not really racism. Ism is a system. Like, black people don't have a system in place to make money on our own. Like, really, like, we have to go and ask somebody for a fucking job a lot of times. There is no system like that black people have in place yet. There is not one. Not even the fucking NAACP, you know. That's a fraternity, and you gotta bend over to get into there. Like, it's there's systems in place for racism, though. The Surgeon General is fucking racist, you know. There's certain things that they allow to happen to the people, you know, to certain neighborhoods on some Nuremberg trial findings bullshit to fuck us over, you know. And they've been doing that. They've been putting rats in the treating people as if they are ants in the maze, and putting different things in there to fuck with them. You see, I didn't even do anything. And they saying I did a violation. I didn't say anything. I didn't do anything. But that's how it is when you start saying things, you know. But it's the truth. Like, they got the rats in the maze, and they set different cheeses in different places and inject it with different things, you know, and just watch, you know, and make money off the study. And that's just how it is. I think it's because I said Nuremberg trials. I can't say that. Like, there's certain things you can't say to form certain connections as in what's happening to us right now. Because then you can look at that and say, what is that? What is Nuremberg trial? And then you can Google it and you say, oh, you know, it's the Nazi experiments that was going on. And we we let people go in exchange for their findings, you know, whatever they had going on. And then in the 80s, spawned the blind, crippled, and crazy, the people that you see now who you can just make do things, like MK Ultra, you know. There's certain things put inside their drunks and their drinks and their blunts and their butt when they weren't looking. It happens. It happened to my cousin. Project Overkill. That's real. They put something in his drink. He was on some Studio 54 stuff. Never been the same. They took his everything from him, you know. And they was doing that all through the 80s, the late 70s, all through the 80s. I can't really give you a time when they stopped. I can't tell you that. Probably when Clinton got in the office, you know. But he was on his own. He was doing what he was doing, you know. He was in there trafficking with the churn and stuff. I believe it. I said his name too many times. I don't know what's going on here. I don't know what's going on here. That relief. I don't know what's going on there. But yeah, Clinton was out there trafficking too. But man, there's been so many people getting caught for those crimes. And I'm just happy that that veil is being lifted on life, you know. Now you can go after the real criminals. There's two black guys, they went that way. You ever seen that in the movies? Like somebody will do something and the cops, hey, who did this? Two black guys, they went that way. Where? Motherfuckers take off. That's what's been happening for a long time. But that's where the 58% of all exonerations come from that being the fact that, you know, a lot of innocent people in there. A lot of people deserve to be in there, but a lot more who don't deserve to be in there. 58 is more than half. That's more than half. That's a big number. It's Googleable. Googleable. That's more than half, most definitely. Something to think about, you know. Next time you look at somebody as a criminal, you know, because you'll be surprised who will help you out in a pinch and who wouldn't. You would be surprised, you know. Who would help your children? Who would take your children? Who would make sure you received your child? Who would take that motherfucker? You never see him again. And that is why the white lady say, hey, you get lost, what do? Somebody in the comments tell me what those white ladies are telling these kids to do. Somebody, anybody, scream it out loud. What are they to do? What are white kids to do when they get lost right now and they have no cell phone? What are they supposed to do right now? Who are they supposed to find? Who is gonna get them back to their mama? I'll die for that little boy. I'll stab your ass over that little white boy. I swear, boy, listen. You ain't gonna touch him. Nobody gonna touch him. You can get back to his mama. Cause that's what I would want. If somebody see my little boys, you better get him back to his mama or bring him back to me. Humanity. The humanity. That's what's different. That's the difference. That is what separates us all. Your intentions. Your integrity. What the fuck are you doing when nobody's looking? When no one can see you, who are you? What are you gonna do? What are you doing? What are you doing with yourself? What are you doing with your life? Do you love you? I love me. I love my humanity. Because I know for a fact, when I see my brother on the street and he's down, my shoes fit his feet. You can have one, my nigga. We can hop down this road here, hold each other. You know what I'm saying? Pause. But still, I know what the fuck I'm saying, you know? Till you get home and get my shoe back. But still, you know what I'm saying? It's love, man. Love in abundance. Love is what, that's why people are so nostalgic about 2016. Oh, 2016. That was the last time love was real. That was the last time love was real. My friend Logan has a grandmother. She passed away. She's from New York City. I'm from New York City. She heard my voice immediately. You look like Denzel Washington. Beautiful fucking soul on this lady. Told me stories about how her family on a little fish market and stuff, and the kids and shit, because they smell like fish or whatever, they had money, you know what I'm saying? come down south. It's been like 90 years now. Old lady. She from New York. And she was like, I like your hat. Had a Yankee fitted, had my name on it and shit. Had Yankees on the back. That was in the snapback era. That's a cat daddy, you know. I like your hat. You like my hat? Took that shit off my head, put it on her head. That's your fucking hat. That is yours. Don't stop trying to give it to me. Like, oh my God, I love him. We took pictures and shit, and she passed away. And when they passed away, guess what the fuck she died with? That hat. Love, that was 2016. Love was real in 2016. It was different. What happened? What was the change? What changed? What else happened in 2016, chat? Dylan Roof, Trump. What else happened in 2016? What changed everything in the future to where segregation is now legal? It ain't even been 100 years since segregation was over, and it is legal. 50 minutes into this motherfucker, and 51 minutes, 9 minutes left to go, and yeah, man, we put in that goddamn work. Put in that motherfucking work. You know, we're glad of you. We're gonna change things. We're gonna change things, chat. We're gonna change shit. We're gonna form paradigms, baby. And that's what the fuck we do. And we're gonna try not to have them stolen from us. That's the hardest part, is to formulate something and not have the monkey wrench formed out of your shit, you know. It's a lot. That is a lot. It's hard. I tell you, I came up with a proprietary blend of tea and a proprietary blend for your skin. And guess what? Everybody in the world came up with a proprietary blend for your skin and a proprietary blend for your tea. And I just think that's funny, when we could have just all came together and formed one super product. Instead, everybody wanted to do their own thing. This ingredient in your product does this, and that's wonderful. This ingredient in my product does this, and that's wonderful. That ingredient in your product do that, and that's wonderful. That ingredient in your product do that, that's wonderful. Okay. You put that motherfucker together, now we run the world on some $1 billion shit. That ain't it. There's too many chiefs, not enough Indians. That's why we ain't gonna make it. Well, we gonna make it. We gonna make it. We gonna make it. Fuck the frail shit. Cause when my coat come in, they gotta use the skill that they wait away. The thing is, that can't be the only way. Singing that song about that coke, having that coke, being the biggest, fastest, strongest, you know, only works for so long, you know. Paradigms have to be made. Things have to be shifted. Waves have to be created. And everybody has to be able to have their boogie board going forward, you know. Otherwise, we're not moving, you know. Like, what really happened? It's been 100 years. It's been 100 years. All that's been achieved was segregation. And just as fast as a stroke of a pen, that shit is going back to then. Like, so, you know, what, you know what I'm saying? Like, what, you know, what we gonna do? What's the plan? I tell you the plan. That's foundation. Buy some fucking land, pretty please. That is it. $1,500. You can get you a little under an acre. You only need 0.33 to put up a crib and a dog house, a water hookup and all of that shit. You don't need but too much. You don't need too much. All you need is your vigor and your niggas. You can make something happen, you know. We need to come together at 100%. At 100%, we need to come together at 100%. We need to get together with the coons. We need to sit them down and say, hey man, what Rosa Parks said, I ain't afraid to kill your motherfucking ass. Say to somebody who, when they went down the road, they turned to Sister Rosa, not Sister Rosa, turned to Sister Harriet Tubman. Say down the road, on the underground one, she brought all the niggas. She said, yo, let's go. And halfway through, somebody said, man, my feet hurt, I'm turning the fuck back. Keep on walking, I'm gonna kill your ass. You can be gone. You can be gone. Keep on going, please. Because of what? Okay. I know what the hell I'm saying, man. I know exactly what I'm saying. I know exactly what I'm saying. I ain't never not know what I was saying. I ain't never steer you in the wrong way. Daddy ain't gonna tell you nothing wrong. I ain't gonna steer you in the wrong. I'm only gonna give you the right. And the right is, we need to get our shit together. What is our shit? Infrastructure. We need to all agree upon this. Marcus Garvey did that when it was $12 an hour, not $12, 12 cents, 36 cents an hour, 86 cents an hour. And they was able to put together $2-3 million, try to get something done, just to have people watching them and try to pull them down, of course, but still, they was able to put it together. Dr. Umar was able to get some money to at least get the structure, you know. The vision made sense, but, you know, he needed everybody. We need everybody when it comes to putting something together, you know. We need everybody. That's what it takes, you know. Hey, just join hands. Before we can join hands with everybody, we got to be able to join hands with each other, first and foremost. You know, you got to have all your hands in that motherfucker. Everybody got to have your own hands in that motherfucker. You got to be able to do what it is that you do at a high clip. You understand what I'm saying? We ain't fucking playing. It's never been a game, chat. It's never been a game, chat. We ain't playing. Infrastructure. Infrastructure. We gotta all hold hands. If we don't all hold hands, interconnect, make the chain link as us, it's gonna be hard to make that chain link with anybody else. Because when I tell you they hate us, they hate you, they do not like you, they never liked you. Because in the Bible, and this is why people are trying to run from Christianity, because in the Bible it says, when you got a slave, you own his great-grandchildren, his great-great-great-grandchildren. They feel entitled to that. They feel entitled to everything. But make sure you have nothing to keep you from having anything, you know. Pull yourself up by your own bootstraps. But here you go with the homestead, all the land, all the action, you know. 400 years, we're gonna make sure you cannot earn. All that you got when you're dropping this bitch is your labor. When you go through labor, till you die, all you got is your labor. It's a lot of generations of not getting that to be able to form an infrastructure. And the infrastructure that was broken down due to segregation after slavery in the last, not even 100 years, probably been 80. Has it been 100 years? My grandma's not 100, and when she was born, it was segregated. So to have segregation now, it's insane. And what has changed? Nothing, except you need certain people to do certain jobs. You know, you gave certain people certain jobs as they feel like, you know, so certain inclusions needed to happen, you know. But we had Barack Obama. Remember that shit. Kamala Harris was the president when Biden lost his mind. Kamala Harris was the president, and they'll never give her just due because she cosplayed as a black lady. She is a black lady. I'm gonna call her a black lady. She's a black lady. We accept her. I accept Rachel Dolezal. She did not misappropriate any funds. She just wanted to be down. Rachel Dolezal is a black lady. She just wanted to be down. She had an opportunity to get on the internet and say, oh, you niggas don't want to be a part with me. You gonna do this to me. She could have did that after making sure so many black men and women went to college for up to 15, 20, 10 years. But she didn't. She stayed quiet, got her dreads done, and rode off in the sunset. Rachel Dolezal was a black lady. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ooh, yeah. See how she slowed down? I overworked that ass. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Yes, I fucking did. Yes, I did. Yeah. You see that? That's a whole hour and 20 minutes on your motherfucking now. We do that every time, though. That's not special anymore. It was. But the special part is,